Hello, friends. Good morning and warm welcome to Easy English Explanation by Pooja Joshi. Have you still not subscribed? So, subscribe at the earliest. Today, we are going to see Standard 9 Beehive book, lesson number 9, The Bond of Love, last part, that is the fourth part. Let me read it first and then I will give you line to line, word to word explanation as usual. So let's start learning. Paragraph number 17th. Previously we had seen that how the writer had brought a beer cup which was very friendly and had developed a strong bond of love and friendship and relation with writer's wife. Even the writer's wife thought that beer cup as her son, and she named him Bruno, and later on she changed the name to Baba. So let's see here. And Baba, when he grew very big, it was not possible for them to keep him at their home, so he was sent to zoo in Mysore. But still, Baba as well as the writer's wife both were fretting, worrying, very anxious, very sad without each other. So let's see what happened now. For the next 3 hours, she would not leave that cage. She gave him tea, lemonade, cakes, ice cream, and what not. And then closing time came. We had to leave. My wife cried bitterly. Baba cried bitterly. Even the hardened curator and the keepers felt depressed. As for me, I had reconciled myself to what I knew was going to happen next. So, when the writer's wife visited Baba in Mysore Zoo, she had took so many things for him, so many eatables which Baba would love to eat. She spent full 3 hours with him. Even then she was not satisfied. She offered Baba and made him eat tea, coffee, lemonade, cakes, ice creams, and many other things. But when there was the closing time of the zoo, Baba cried, and even the writer's wife cried bitterly. Bitterly means they cried a lot and lot. Even the curator, the manager of the zoo and the other keepers, they felt very, very sad and depressed at the emotional separation, this emotional scene of separation of two love creatures, love birds, we can say, the mother and son. That is the mother, writer's wife, and the son, the beer's cup. But the writer had prepared himself mentally. Here see, reconciled means he had made a rapport with this scene. He had already built up in his mind. He was friendly now that this thing will happen. He had made himself comfortable, that ready to face this scene. So let's see the meaning of reconcile. Yes, to find a way in which two situations or beliefs that are opposed to each other can agree and exist together. Now, paragraph number 18. Oh, please, sir, she asked the curator, may I have my Baba back? Hesitantly. He answered, Madam, he belongs to the zoo and is government property now. I cannot give away government property. But if my boss, the superintendent at Bangalore, agrees, certainly you may have him back. She asked the curator of the zoo whether she could take her Baba back with her, but hesitantly, with hesitation, with little bit of not able to answer properly, that feeling, the hesitation. He answered that, Madam, yes, of course you can take, but now it's in government property. Now Baba belongs to the zoo. Only one condition is there which you could be able to manage, then you will get your Baba back. You go and ask my boss the superintendent of the zoo who stays at Bangalore. So you go to Bangalore, take his permission, and if he agrees, then I will give Baba back to you. You can have Baba back. 19 number. Then followed the return journey to Bangalore and a visit to the superintendent's bungalow. A tearful pleading. Baba and I are both fretting for each other. Will you please give him back to me? He was a kind-hearted man and consented. Not only that, but he wrote to the curator, telling him to lend us a cage for transporting the bear to Bangalore. Can you see here in the cage that Baba, writer's wife is offering so many things. She has brought so many eatables for Baba, the bear's cub. So now they went all the way back to Bangalore, where they also actually lived in Bangalore, but they went to the superintendent's bungalow just to ask him, plead him, to request him about Baba, to take Baba back with them. So they explained, writer's wife explained tearfully. Here see, tearful pleading, tearful and pleading. Pleading means a request. Request along with lots of tears, crying. Will you please give Baba back to me? He was also kind-hearted and he understood the situation and problem, that there is a strong bond of love between writer's wife and Baba. But he also helped and wrote a letter to curator to please send a cage for transporting Baba back with them to Bangalore. Now paragraph number 20. Back we went to Mysore again, armed with the superintendent's letter. Baba was driven into a small cage and hoisted on top of the car. The cage was tied securely and a slow and careful return journey to Bangalore was accomplished. Now Baba was brought back to home. And when they went to zoo, they were very happy. They had the weapon, they had the arm of the letter from superintendent to ask to release Baba. So Baba was very carefully put in the cage. That cage was carefully tied on the top of the car, and very, very slow the driver drove the car, and the careful journey, slow journey back to Bangalore was accomplished. Accomplished means finished. It was over. So Baba was now brought back again to their home. Now paragraph number 21. Once home, a squad of coolies were engaged for special work in our compound. An island was made for Baba. It was 20 feet long and 15 feet wide, and was surrounded by a dry pit or moat, 6 feet wide and 7 feet deep. A wooden box that once housed fowls was brought and put on island for Baba to sleep in at night. Straw was placed inside to keep him warm, and his baby, the gnarled stump, along with his gun, the piece of bamboo, since both of which had been sentimentally preserved since he had been sent away to the zoo, were put back for him to play with. Once home, that is when Baba was brought back home, a squad of coolies. Squad means a group of any workers for any particular thing. Like a squad, you will see the meaning here of squad. See here, a small group of people having a particular task. They are associated with a particular task. An island, special island was made for Baba or our Bruno. An island was made for Baba. It was 20 feet long and 15 feet wide. See here, 20 feet long. It was like this, 20 feet, and downside it was 15 feet wider. Long and wide, like. It was surrounded by a dry pit. Okay. Here it was surrounded by a dry pit. Means one big pit, but it was dry, not with any water or anything. And that was also 6 feet wide and 7 feet inside. And it was 6 feet here wide. This distance was of 6 feet. Like this way one pit was made. Again, see here. Here one island for Baba. Here was one pit or moat. Here there was no water or anything. This portion was specially made for Baba, so that he cannot himself come out this way from here to the writer's place or anywhere else. Then a wooden box, which was the house of fowls once. I'll show the meaning of fowls. Okay. Previously owls lived in that, and now it was put on the island for Baba to sleep in at night. See here, meaning of fowls, and you can see the images of fowls. A bird of a type that is used to produce meat or eggs. Okay, now getting back here, straw was placed inside to keep him warm at night, especially in the wintry nights. And his baby and his gun. What was its baby and what was its gun? The baby, the gnarled stump. Gnarled stump means the twisted stump or the rugged stump. See. Okay, like one thick wood type. That was his baby. And one pointed stick, piece of bamboo, was his gun. And both of them had been very carefully preserved by writer's wife as a nishani of Bruno when he went to the Mysore Zoo. It had been very emotionally preserved kept by the writer's wife, which that was given back once again to Bruno on that island. Now paragraph number 22. In a few days the coolies hoisted the cage onto the island and Baba was released. He was delighted. Standing on his hind legs, he pointed his gun and cradled his baby. My wife spent hours sitting on a chair there while he sat on her laps. He was 15 months old and pretty heavy too. In a few days, the island was completed and the coolies hoisted. Hoisted means raised by the means of ropes or pulleys. They just landed the cage and released Baba on the island, which was specially made for him. Baba was very, very happy seeing his new home, and he stood on his back legs, that is hind legs. He now played with his gun, which was a bamboo stick, as well as he cradled his baby. His baby was also a stump of wood, as we know. His wife used to spend hours and hours on island, play with Baba. She was very happy. Here Baba was happy too. And this big size Baba, 15-month-old, very heavy Baba, used to sit on the lap of writer's wife, that is like mother and son. Now the last, not the least paragraph as follows, the 23rd number paragraph. The way my wife reaches the island and leaves it is interesting. I have tied a rope to the overhanging branch of a mango tree with a loop at its end. Putting one foot in the loop, she kicks off with the other to bridge the 6 foot gap that constitutes the width of the surrounding pit. The return journey is made the same way. But who can say now that a sloth bear has no sense of affection, no memory, and no individual characteristics? Writer Kenneth Anderson. Now, let me explain the 23rd paragraph to you. But how writer's wife reaches an island which is having a dry big pit at its surrounding. So how the writer's wife is able to cover this portion and reach the island where Baba lives. So there is one idea for that. There is a tree, mango tree, which has one branch, and out of that branch there one rope is tied to it along with a loop. As you can see me drawing here, there is one loop. In that loop the writer's wife puts one of the leg here and just pushes with the other leg and she kicks off. So she is jumped off to this place in the island. She manages to reach island the same way, and the same way she has the hanging rope here. You can see again. Here you can see me again doing this job of here. See island where Baba lives. Here's the dry pit or moat along with the island. So in one side there is a mango tree, and out of that tree there is a rope hanging to a branch of the tree, and that rope has the loop. In that loop, this loop, the writer's wife put her leg and just kicks it with the other leg, and immediately it throws the writer's wife here. And the same way she puts leg and kicks from there here, and she comes back outside the island. So this is the way this writer's wife manages to bridge the 6-foot gap that constitutes the width of the surrounding pit. Very interesting way to reach an island and to come back. So it's safe for Baba as well as for all of us. Let me end my session here. And with this, I end the lesson, The Bond of Love, lesson number 9. This is the 4th part. I'll see you soon as usual with the next lesson. So for the time being, bye bye.